a bed of nails. Oh, I wanna be
You don't even know the
just as
words.
close as the Holy Ghost is.
And
He doesn't even know the words.
Hi.
Are you done?
Yeah, kind of.
Thanks. Anyway, guys, hi.
You call that a tism attack. Tism tech.
Welcome back to the rabbit hole.
Tic-tac and a ribbit tap.
Welcome back to anything but a bowl.
You remember that? Yeah. Insert clip here.
You remember that? You know, that time you weren't here for the thing that you were here for?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh, okay, so just fuck then.
Yeah, actually.
We spoke
Yeah.
about this in the car, hey?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Your responses.
Yeah. Now, I was telling Jordan in the car that I went to therapy again yesterday. For like the first time in a couple of months.
We endorse mental well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
And the lady was just going through me. Yeah.
Fair enough. It's almost like that's her job.
I had a kid come up to me at school. Coach,
Mm.
I found you on TikTok. I'm like, wasn't me.
Yo, man. Yo, open up, man.
Yeah.
It's my
No,
twin
you guys-
sister. It's
Yeah.
my twin sister that you spoke about
No,
with
I
him.
saw the rabbit hole. I'm like, wasn't me.
No, don't know what you're talking about.
Wasn't
yeah.
me.
What? The rabbit what?
Sorry, who?
I've never seen a rabbit in my life.
Don't even have TikTok.
What's a
Yeah.
rabbit?
Yeah.
Only rabbit I know is in a stew.
Not even.
That would have been a great way to ruin that kid's day.
Yeah. What are we doing today?
Okay. What the to do? So, I want to ask you guys a question.
Right.
No, it's not
Can we
serious.
cheers, actually?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't done this in a while. Cheers.
Ching.
The rabbit hole.
Take a sip.
God, that's good.
When you're in traffic, standstill traffic, do you watch people in traffic?
Yeah.
No.
I
I'm like a horse
I
with those like guards
almost
on.
crashed trying to. Other day, coming home from work.
Even the other day.
around for 2 hours the other day because I needed to take
I got
a
so angry.
Mm-hmm.
I got so angry. We had dinner plans. And there were these dogs running. No, they weren't even running. These dogs were like... So I was like, they're good. This is their turf. They know what they're running these streets. Not today. He said, what? I said, it's 5 o'clock. It's peak hour. What are you doing? He said, get in the driver's seat. Let's climb over. Let's sit there. He spends an hour running after these dogs. I
To be fair, I would as well.
I phoned my friend. Hey, can we move dinner back by like an hour?
Maybe 2.
I said an hour at first. We get the one dog in the car. There's another one. Dane says, get out. So I'm driving around. The one dog's in the car. Dane's trying to get the other one.
And
All
you're
of a
trying to make
sudden,
conversation with the dog.
all of a sudden, the
I was
other
like,
dog jumps out of the window. He
No.
said, she said, the gap was this big. She's a husky.
Oh, cute.
She said, abracadabra, bitch.
The sweetest dog.
They were very cute dogs, but then we put the other pavement special dog in the back because he was older. Okay, it was a German Shepherd, whatever. Put the German Shepherd in the back
some
while
respect
Dane's
on
trying to
his
now
name.
find Houdini over there that just popped out the window. And again, I'm just driving through the whole of Randhall and I'm like, how's the weather there, bro? And it was
Not
raining.
enough.
They smelled terrible. Please rate my Uber 5 stars.
These dogs are sitting in the backseat, be like, okay, we've just been kidnapped.
They left my phone at
And they
home.
weren't even running. They were just like, oh yeah, you know, this is my hood. That's where I took a pee last week.
It's actually my house that we're driving past.
Yeah.
Well, Dane at one point was even like, is this your house? Is this your house? I was like, where is
I
the
was
nearest
walking-
pet?
So the
I'm
husky,
hungry.
I originally had the husky in the car first. Houdini hops out of the car for a quick stroll. And I'm like, okay, well, Houdini looks like it knows where it's going.
So we have to follow
Straight onto
Houdini.
the highway.
We were pretty close, actually.
So I was like, sweet, I'll just follow Houdini until it walks into the house, then I'll guide Houdini 2.0.
No, it reminds me the one time we came home. I don't even remember what we came home from, but it was like 10 p.m. Don't know
I picked
what
up
we...
the kitten.
No, not the kitten. We came home like 10 p.m. and there's this chihuahua. We're a ride away from Dane's house.
It was a
Pekingese.
No.
Did you say
It was a rat.
Did you say
I had to swallow my
Dane's
tongue because I was getting frustrated.
Oh,
I had to, like,
What did you say?
I said, her. We're away from her
Yeah.
instead of home.
Oh.
It was a poodle. Those
It was a rat. It was this big.
It looked like it had been run over by 13 cops.
It had no teeth.
then
It was a
robots.
rat. Point is, it's by this house, sniffing around. I'm like, that's its house. Dane's like, we need to get it. This little mother The teeny tiny little rat said,
You know what? I could run so fast.
I took a lap around.
no,
I took a lap around New Red Ruth that night.
no, so here's the crux of the story, right? Dane is playing, catch and all Pokemon with this dog. He's like, ha, ha, ha. And the dog's like, nah, bitch. You know that TikTok sound? That's just Dane and the dog. All of a sudden, the person whose house it is like, the f*** are you doing? Dane says, dog. They said, get off my property! So Dane chases the dog to the next street, not even like across the street. And all of a sudden, other people, fucking South Rats, I don't know what they were hoodlums, they pulled up. I said, rats. And then these people get on, all three of them are chasing the dog. All three of them. I'm now driving behind these people's mother and me while all three of them, Dane, this guy, and his girlfriend are chasing this dog. When I say throughout New Red Ruth, I got lost. I said, I don't know how to find home. I don't know how to find my way home. Dane left his phone in my car. I said, well,
See you later.
I said, try to figure out my way home. I get back to where we started. Somehow they were all there. I said, all right. Then I get annoyed. So I'm like, Dane, leave the demon rat. Climb in the car. He climbs in the car. The rat runs towards me.
Yeah.
Sorry, did the middle of my story.
Oh, bad.
We get back to where we started.
I'm not running after a dog.
I get out of the car to climb into the driver's seat because I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Dane, get in the car. Dane climbs in the car. The dog runs towards me. I'm like, I said, mother! So I start. Dane does not follow me. I'm sitting there with these three strangers. I have no cell phone because I was driving. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where I
The guy
am.
who got you involved is like no
He said-
activity.
I said,
I found it.
I sat there and they're like, we can give you a ride. I was like, I don't know where to, but you can try. Put in Dane's address. I'm sitting in the back seat now, and these guys are like, oh, but you're cool. We lost the dog. The dog. Houdini.
So you did all that work for nothing?
Houdini, the original, because we turned the street corner. The dog says, we say, gone. It went back into its house and said,
That dog is probably sitting at home and be like, Mom, I was being chased.
you won't believe.
Yeah.
Some white people, Mom. No.
They're like, there's a Jessica chasing me. She tried to put a spit on me.
Now I'm sitting there in the car.
It was this boy Rogerio running after me.
Now I'm sitting in the car with these three complete strangers giving me their whole life story.
That's when you
This
sit
is-
like this, you like,
They're like, oh, this is
don't
my
admit too
girlfriend.
loud.
Her name is Nina, and my name's Nina. And I'm like, we should have covered this before. The mom's driving, and she's like, do you mind if I light a cigarette? I was like,
Sounds like you need one, sweetie.
it's like, it's your car, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then they're just chatting, and it's like, yo, bro, we hang out at TCL. Am I going to see you there next week? I said,
Yeah.
no.
Not going
No.
there anytime soon.
Love you, no. And then he's like, give me your number, we must make plans. Man tried so hard. I'm sorry if you see this. I was so grumpy that night, but also like I'm never seeing you at TCL. Ever.
Yeah, I have a problem when it comes to seeing dogs on the road at night.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree. Listen, I'm not chasing. I'll get out the car. I'll be like, Bobby. And then if Bobby doesn't respond to the second one, okay.
No, we do laps.
No,
Actually,
no.
we do laps. I sit in that car and I follow Dane while he's running a marathon, and I'm
I
like,
went from Mayersdale to Alberton High School chasing that husky and the German Shepherd.
Did you see?
I would have done the same, to be fair.
I'll pull like a piece of biltong out. I'll be like, Bobby.
I wasn't.
Hey!
Keep in mind, I wasn't chasing these dogs. I was just walking with them.
The dog would
No, they were making you
Yeah,
look like
the
an
dog would
asshole.
not say that. The dog would fully say like it was being chased.
no, they actually weren't. Like I said, the dogs were prancing. They said,
Listen,
I
I've got a
opened the
question.
door. It was like
Just pretend I'm a lawyer. Here's a question for you. Did your heart rate go above 100? If your heart rate goes above 100, that is an exercise. I ain't doing it.
those dogs were both chipped. No, the one was chipped.
but they looked like they knew each other.
They
Houdini
were
climbed
fine.
back in and she was like, hey, they got you too. Hey. They said, ride share, let's go. Split the Uber.
Did you get Uber Black or?
Yeah, just Uber go.
This isn't the Greyhound bus.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh. Anyway,
You
you're
guys
not
saw
meant
me
to be.
at Ramsgate. How you had to slam on brakes behind my brother because there was that puppy that was out.
Oh yeah.
And then Dane, who was the first one out the car behind me?
Done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we start pointing.
Yes, I remember.
Next minute, he goes behind the gate and he's like,
Yeah,
and then,
And like, bro.
yeah,
trying to help
literally.
you.
And then the owner's like,
Oh yeah, I do remember
Get
that.
off my property!
I went to those gates. I was like, listen, your dog just made its way back inside. And he's like, sweet. I'm like,
yeah.
but we just saved the dog's life from
And
a
then-
car accident.
The dog's barking at us like, Like, yeah, like we were their problem.
Yeah.
No, I do that. I'll go after dog. To
Comes
be
into my
fair,
car, sure.
that's how I got Slinky. If somebody never stopped and put Slinky in the car, I would have never got him.
Fair.
So,
Fine, I'll stop for dogs.
thank you.
Listen, this all started because you were asking
You wanted
if
to
people
ask us
watch
a
in
question.
traffic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yes, how did you nearly get into accident people watching in traffic?
So there was this grown man behind me, and I'm like going.
So not even next to you, sitting there going,
I'm literally like,
Yeah.
just to make sure that I'm,
Yeah.
literally I was this close to taking a video, but I'm like, let me not do that because I will go off the bridge.
Yeah.
No, literally like this. So that's why I look so hard. That's why I carried on looking. I'm like, I need to catch it in the act again because I wasn't too sure. When you can even see a person take their tooth and they under their nail, and I was like, but if I tell you, in my head, I'm still like, why so many times? It wasn't like once.
did you not get the taste the first
We
time?
drove like 5 kilometers in traffic, and he was just hoying.
It's his traffic
And then he drives past me, and I'm like,
when you look at the
Then the other day, I get onto the highway again. So I'm looking at Corsa, this old Corsa, and I'm like, man's whole back window thing gone. Old man's hair. I'm literally driving past him. There's no way. He's chilling. Like this. His back screen is gone.
I'm telling you, because at that stage, you remember me the other day.
Yeah.
When your tire burst.
He had 0 damage left to give. He was like, okay, like it is what it is.
And then today, so I pull up at a school for my girls are playing netball. So there was 2 parkings like this, but a combi had parked just over the second one.
Yeah.
So anyway, this lady in a Porsche pulls up, reverses.
Yeah.
Now she's the only one in the car. I don't know if she knew I was in the car. I was just waiting for the girls to pull up. And her window's down. She's like, I don't know what the F I'm doing. Literally. And
Same
I'm
girl,
like,
same.
turned to her and she's like,
Yeah.
I don't need this talking.
I don't know if she left the school, but I didn't see her.
No,
She left the
you had to.
country.
No, she had to
She
take
said
a lap around.
Namibia.
And no, I looked at her, but I didn't look at her with disgrace. I looked at her like, I understand. I completely understand.
I'm telling you, she went to go get a coffee. Like she with like
Or a
little bit of
vodka.
whiskey.
It
With a
was
little bit of whiskey in it,
so funny. I was like, this is what I'm going to tell you guys tonight. I had to.
See, I'm probably the one who's watched in traffic. Because sometimes I'm on a phone call, sometimes I'm singing along to music, and I know for a fact I look insane. Because especially if I'm on the phone, there's no one in the car with me.
I try to call when people drive past me. I'm like, I don't look at them. I'm just like,
no, me, 11 in the morning, driving to work, and I'm the only one in the car, and I'm like,
are you singing or are you tuning people?
I'm either on the phone, I'm tuning people.
okay.
My favorite is when I'm driving, and I'll be talking to my friend, and I'll be like, oh my god, no, it was actually so irritating yesterday. I had a customer, do you mind? And then they just didn't tip me. And she's like, and then, and I'll be like, yeah, and it was just awful. They were so rude. And that's not how I drive! They just didn't tip me. I don't understand. I promise you.
I had a lady nearly drive into me today around a circle. I was getting on the highway. So the massive circles in Modderfontein. Anyway, it's painted on the floor that this goes this side, this one can go this side or go around, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm coming from this side, so I'm in the inner lane. She comes in her AMG Merc.
Yeah.
So I stop, then she goes, then I go, then she stops.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn bitch. And I just
I would look at you and be like,
I couldn't understand.
Don't play your road rage so cool. This is from the man who... We were back in Durban.
okay, hold on. Can I say one thing
No,
before you
no,
tell the story? But one thing before you tell the story. This is no longer me. I no longer have road rage. I used to. I don't anymore. Because I just now I couldn't be.
Now you have.
Anyway,
Okay, back to
we
the
are in Durban. Now,
Durban
while we're
back.
there, a friend of ours needs to go get a wheel for something. So we're close to town. Like a wheel for a car or something. I don't know. It was something car related. I'm pretty sure it was a wheel, but I could be wrong. So now there's 8 of us in the combi, right? In the Vito. Because that's what we went down in. There was enough of us. We all tailgated together, one car, everyone's together. Cool. We're trying to now turn, and it is our right of way fully, and some guy just comes right up. Doesn't stop
Hold
until...
on, let me set the scene. Intersection, robot, out. Okay, so now it's a 4-way stop. So we're turning right, this guy's going straight. We get to the intersection first. But way ahead.
No, we were in the middle of the intersection
Yeah.
when he started driving.
Continue.
So we're turning. This guy says, even though we are here, he wasn't going to collide with anything but like our bumper at the back. The bumper at the back.
Am I still in?
And Ashley fully stands up in the Vito, opens the door. We're in the middle of traffic, and he goes, "Yeah!" No one's moving. I don't know why he's moving. The car was stationary, and he's like,
No, I was swinging at everybody in the car because there were
to
people
the
in the back
point
seat
where,
as well.
to the point where our one friend grabs him, and he's still screaming, and he's like, and we're trying to like kick the door closed from behind him. Alex is trying to drive around him, and then we stop the car, and Ashley's like, people really don't know how to drive, eh? Oh, like,
I'm telling
He's
you
just
that-
gonna ignore
like
the
you just had a
traffic.
Mission Impossible that real quick, but now.
I'm telling you now, he's never done that shit again. I'm telling you now, he's never done
Maybe.
that shit again. Did he learn his lesson? Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but
I
like,
don't catch up with bruh from Durban in Mercedes number plate
whoever
XYZ.
you are, I'm
Durban
telling you
back.
now, you've learned your lesson. No,
And
yeah.
if not, we can scream at you again.
Well, Ashley can.
Yeah, but my favorite thing to do now is like I
developed
like getting
rage.
into sharing competitions with people, especially in traffic. Like, I don't know why it's like my favorite, but like it's because I'm in my car so much. Like, and I'll be having jam parties in my car because like I've got like banger playlists.
Ashley also is half deaf, so when he says he has parties, it sounds like Nikki Beach in his car.
Yeah, this
I
is
can
true.
hear him pull up at my house when he's pulling out his house.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
I'm on my way. I know the car started. I can hear the music.
So like I'm having like proper jam parties in my car. Obviously, like Tuesday, I was on my way to work and I'm sitting on the M3, just before Kaluli's, after Van Buren, but before Kaluli's,
Yeah,
like that weird section there in the middle. I think I was like rapping to Eminem or something. I'm going in there.
I know you miss your mom.
Yeah.
I know you miss your dad.
I can see you, Sam, even when you left.
You know,
I can see you.
I can feel someone like staring at you. Like I'm busy going, and then like I saw with my eyes, I just look sideways. Because I don't turn my whole head. I just saw her look sideways like this, and the lady in the car next to me, I can tell she's looking at me, but she's smiling, and she's like,
Go, Kylie,
Yeah.
go.
so then
You're doing great, sweetie.
I paused the whole thing. And I just stared at her.
She'll be nice.
Yeah, don't be nice.
I once had people, I was probably having a party by myself. It was a Friday.
Nice.
I was like, I'm putting myself in a good mood. I'm on my
Yeah.
way to work and I'm like listening to, I don't know, like 2010's Kesha. It's going down! And this whole family in a bucky. Blasians come past me and they were like,
Penny Unen.
And I'll stay at you. So like one of my favorite things to do. Also like on my way home, if I'm driving from work to home, traffic always builds up in the same spot.
It's so irritating.
Like-
and when you get there, nothing.
Yeah, like
Like
traffic
air, just
literally always builds up in the
it's
same
just the
spot.
car stopping.
So
to keep going.
It's that ripple effect.
Yeah.
One car will stop, then it will go the whole
So
way
like
down the line.
I know
Now
that for
Pretoria's
most of the
back
drive from work. I know for most of the drive from work I can do 135. What's happening here?
We bargain lilies, but
I said what I said with my chest. I've had to drive home from Pretoria, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
The arse end of
Yeah.
Pretoria. By the women's prison. And it was just traffic the whole way.
And because somebody at PPC just decided to stop.
Literally! Someone back in Lily sneezed wrong and swerved their car.
Someone calling us.
No.
Is that my mom?
I'm gonna call the sangomas, the priests, the rabbis. Guys, there's no one there. It's a reflection of the street light, guys, of my mom's car.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome back to this week's Halloween episode, I guess.
That's metal. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a...
Got a drone, huh?
You see that oak?
Doesn't want a drone.
He doesn't want to drink.
He says, this is one guy's interviewing this other guy in a Westfit.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with this.
You never heard of it?
What about Sylvester Stallone?
Okay, I'm done with what I had to say.
Anyway,
What about the oak?
I forgot.
it's Jordan right now, guys.
I feel like my kids when I shouted them.
Sorry, man. Just to reiterate, Jordan doesn't have children. She just teaches children. Sport.
How to swim and not drown.
I think that's the only two options you have.
Sorry?
Either you do.
It's
that's
like
the-
yes or no.
Yeah.
You swim or you don't. There's no
Yeah.
in
It's
between.
literally swim or sink.
Yeah, like you don't have any other option. Like
No.
if you're not drowning, you're swimming.
Floating.
So that's swimming.
I mean,
I
it depends
can't
on how long you're
Listen, floating is a key principle behind swimming.
I can't float.
Like
Not
it
really.
is-
Roger can swim, but he can't float.
I can't float.
The
Whenever I
fuck
try,
you-
my legs just dip.
No, but does your
I'm
head stay above
convinced
water?
no, because then my legs go, and I say,
Then how the fuck do you swim?
how do I swim with my arms and legs?
Yeah, if his legs are kicking,
Yeah, but then you
it's
swim
fine.
to why are you swimming?
I don't know, thank God I can reach the bottom of my pool, mostly.
Depends.
Mostly.
Yeah, from about after halfway.
After halfway, I'm in there.
Except like the uncle.
Yeah.
I can't float, what do you want me to say? I'm convinced I'm just dense.
Men's pelvic bones are heavier than women's.
That's
Yes.
why.
Yeah.
I know my feet go down first instead of my ass, but I guess I don't have a dump
South
truck,
African
so...
feet. So
Yeah, that's why he didn't
no
want
feet
it.
picture. No feet.
Guys,
pictures.
please go look
Sorry?
at the
What's his,
feet pic
Steven-
story on my
I-
TikTok. Because we're already on 25. 25, 7, whatever. 29, 30!
Yeah! Happy New Year!
You count up to New Year? 1, 2, 3, 10! Happy New Year! Okay.
It's called a cystic attack.
Yeah, autistic attack. Yeah.
What did you call
Autistic
it?
attack. Tic tac. Tic tac.
I'm done.
We won't.
How am I gonna get cancelled
Guys,
for something?
did
else?
I ever tell you about the one girl from my cousin's birthday who told me I was wrong for calling autism a disorder?
No.
No, on the video. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're at my cousin's house. Now, please keep in mind, I have studied psychology for a very
The house I
long
was supposed
time.
to go to.
Yes.
And I just never got back to it.
Yes.
It's okay. Tell me my feelings. Yeah.
Anyway, we are now at my cousin's house. We're all having a party. We're jawling, and this girl just keeps... You know, one of those people who has to say something. Not
Just
like
to be heard.
anything. Just, I can be like, I really love the color blue. And they'll be like, the color blue is toxic. And I can be like,
Makes me feel good.
He's genuinely not
No,
even
like-
exaggerating.
like
Like
she
the last
said...
time we saw her before this party.
Who is she? Just a friend of...
Of the family. Anyway,
Yeah.
she once asked my cousin's friends red or blue. And he said, I don't know, red. And she slapped him because she was like, you're supporting Donald Trump. I'm like, I don't get, like, I get the association if you told me red or blue in the sense of American politics.
But if I
because
like
then,
the color red...
but if
that's
you're
not
just red or
me.
blue, that's something like apples or oranges and then
Yeah.
slapping me because, like, the oranges are from Nebraska. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
whack! No, proper cooked. The same girl who swore Ashley because he pressed next on the song she was singing to.
I think I
Yeah.
And she was like, Ashley! And we were
Yeah.
all like, girl,
I've
you
had
don't know.
that as well with
Yeah,
somebody. Yeah.
like she doesn't know me. Like I was like,
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
we are at my family. And my brother says something and my brother's a little on the spectrum. So I was like, okay, the autism's showing. And then
A
my
little.
cousin...
Just for the story.
My brother's on the spectrum and
is
he
the
said
spectrum.
something and I was like, can you calm your tism down?
Yeah.
And then my cousin responded with something that was like tism related and I was like, this family really knows how to make jokes about our disorders.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and she's like, well, I wouldn't call autism a disorder, but okay, fine, if that's what you want to do and be disrespectful. And I looked at her and I was like, girl, I don't know if you know what the DSM is, you know, the disorder classification when there's like
So what
bipolar.
is it?
It's a disorder because it's disordered
Okay,
brain
no, but
pattern.
like for her, what is it?
I didn't even ask her. I said, are you really going to argue with me when I have 7 years of study in my bag and you're what? Pop culture woke. She said, I still wouldn't call it a disorder. Okay.
How old is
Okay. 20 something, 20 high 20s, 27, 28.
she's younger than me.
I don't know. She's convinced she shits rainbows and sings like an angel. And I'm like,
she? You need to pop down, Chachi.
And don't
anyway, fuck you, Mrs.
That is why I didn't want to come.
Anyway, so all we've spoken about is how Ashley could scream in traffic, I scream at people in traffic, and Jordan just watches people in traffic, and we all have beef. This time there was a person there.
That's a Linda.
Anyway, after discussing a whole bunch of nothing, thanks again for joining us for another week of, honestly, going down the rabbit hole. Please like, share, subscribe, do all of the numbers, all of the things. Please show us some love on our socials, and we will see you guys next week.
red, white. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Now you have to play that song again.